From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio, and right here in the Rio Grande Valley, football players from across the state of Texas are putting on the cleats and hitting the field. It's the first day of summer football workouts. Hello everybody, I'm Carlos Robledo along with Mike Gonzalez, and this is a special edition of KWES Sports on the first day of summer workouts. It's a very exciting time of the year, Mike, because for the next 4 months, we're going to be talking high school football. Let's take a look at some of the predictions from Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine in 31-6A. Mike, walk us through the predictions.
Yes, Carlos, the top 4 teams that are predicted to come out of the playoffs, according to Dave Campbell Magazine, are the same teams that made it last year. Edinburgh Vela, they're back as the defending district champions. They bring 12 starters back. Head coach John Campbell is in his 3rd year now. This is a team that has gone 24-2 the last couple of years. Weslaco High coming off a magical 2018 season, going to the 3rd round for the first time since 2007. Weslaco East, the Wildcats are back and are expected to finish 3rd, according to Dave Campbell, have gone to the playoffs for 12 straight years. And then you got the mighty Bobcats, bring back 8 starters, have gone to the bi-district round for 3 straight years. Then you got Edinburgh Economides, bring back 9 starters. Edinburgh North, 13 starters, are off a 2-8 season last year. Then you have Donna North, who bring back 27 lettermen, 14 starters, only lost 14 to graduation. Coach Joe Marichalar trying to get things going, hope to turn the corner this year.
Okay, Mike, we'll have more on 31-6A as we continue with our preseason coverage, but right now we're talking Panthers and we're talking Wildcats. You're over there at Weslaco East. Tell us what's going on.
Weslaco East brings back 29 lettermen from last year, 10 starters, 7 on offense, 3 on defense. It's an offensive unit that averaged 286 yards per game, while the defense only allowed 191 yards per game. It's a squad that went 5-5 overall, 4-2 district, so they won the important games. The Wildcats advanced to the playoffs for the 12th straight years and lost to a tough Brownsville-Hanna squad, which was only 1 play away from advancing to the 4th round of the playoffs. So the Wildcats looking to make it 13 straight years in the playoffs. And last week, Carlos Robledo had an opportunity to talk to Coach Burgett, and here's what he had to say.
All right, here we are with Coach Mike Burgett, the head coach of the Weslaco East Wildcats, entering his 14th season here at WISD. And Coach, how is this year any different than another year that you've had here?
It's not.
Nothing different going on?
No, sir.
How do you feel coming into the season, though? You got a new crop of players. What do you believe that this year is going to look like for the Wildcats?
11 guys on offense, 11 on defense playing football.
What do you want the fans to know about the Wildcats, the 2019 version of them?
Yeah, the kids have been working all summer, been working real hard to get ready to represent their school. The coaches have been put in a long summer. Everybody took a vacation, got a little time away from work, and we look forward to representing Weslaco East like we always have.
You take a look at the Wildcats and you take a look at their record and what they have done over the past 7 to 10 years. You all have been one of the most successful programs. If you take a look at the top schools in the Rio Grande Valley. And one of the reasons why is because you're always able to replace the players that leave, and you always have good players coming up. One of those players is Ramsey Vasquez for his senior year. How is he looking? Is he ready to go? I know he's going to be important to the Wildcat offense.
Well, first of all, he's a starting free safety. And people say, well, Coach, he's going to be your quarterback. Well, we got a couple quarterbacks. In fact, we got 3. Whether he plays full-time quarterback, it depends on the game situation. But he's going to be a secondary guy. We look for him to play college in the secondary. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete. He's undersized. He's going to have to prove that he can play against the Mainers, the Los Fresnos, the San Benitos, the big schools. So, yeah, are we going to lean on him a little bit? Yes. But we got our whole backfield back. Every offensive yard that we got back rushing is back. We got an offensive line that, pretty good. Back, and Mario Trevino, who did not play most of the year last year, he's a difference maker. An offensive lineman, he's a difference maker. He's going to play tight end this year and defensive end. He's a difference maker. So, could we be good? Yeah. I mean, coming in, everybody's going to say, they can do this and this. Right now, I'm worried about one game, Manor. Our kids lost to them by 6 last year. They got a Division I running back that I think committed to Texas Tech during the summer. They got a defensive lineman that's 6'5", 270 pounds. It's a D1 kid. So, we got our work cut out for us. We put a schedule together that wins and L's that doesn't mean anything to me. Getting ready for the playoffs means a lot to me. And playing those kind of competition has gotten us ready for the playoffs.
All right, Carlos, thank you very much. Now, let's take a look at some key games for the 2019 season. We start off with the Maynard Mustangs, based out of Austin. The Wildcats lost a tough 26-21 game last year, a game that was played in San Antonio, went up against the players that are in a college level. And then another key game to look out for is the Harlingen Cardinals. The Wildcats have owned the Harlingen Cardinals the last couple of years, have beaten them at Bogus Stadium. Laredo Alexander, the Wildcats defeated Laredo Alexander in the playoff game a few years ago, but lost a tough one last year here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Then Brownsville Hanna, now a Valley Power, but lost 29 lettermen from the third-round playoff team. But back is quarterback Victor Campos, who stands at 6'3", 215 pounds. Then you have the key games to look out for in district. Of course, Dinaco Bowl number 8. The Panthers lead the series 4-3, a game that will be played in November. Edinburgh Vela, 1-1 against each other. By-district win the Wildcats got in 2016, but lost a tough one last year. And the last key game to look out for are the Mighty Bobcats, which will be played on October 4th. It will be the second district game of the season. The Wildcats won this one 21-0. One of the biggest questions of the 2019 season is going to be the quarterback situation. Last year, Antonio Cedeno took over the starting spot but graduated. Ramsey Vasquez got a lot of playing time, and Coach Mike Burgett expects him to kind of take over the reins a little bit here. Is a dual threat, a 3-year letterman, but look out for Edward Villalobos, who's a junior, stands at 6 foot, 200 pounds, will also be used as a wide receiver. Did have some playing time as a tight end last year. Coach Burgett says he's an accurate thrower. Well, as you can see, football practice is underway. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Go. Next. Get in there. Get in there.
Good hands, good hands. Go.
Each side.
Now, let's take a look at some key players for the 2019 season. Let's start off with Ramsey Vasquez. Was a top rusher last year with 713 yards, 900 yards of total offense, led the team in scoring. Then we got to mention Gio Guerra, a junior, had 656 yards last year, was a top back. You also had Josh Gonzalez, who had over 400 yards last year. And then back is Mario Trevino, who missed all of the regular season because of a back injury, did play the playoff game, but now is 100% healthy, will play at tight end, and look out for him at defensive end. As always, the Wildcats will have a strong offensive line. Watch out for Pedro Posada, who's back, a junior, 6'2", 310 pounds, will play the left guard position. And then Steel Munoz will play the left tackle spot, stands at 6'1", 265 pounds. And then watch out for Jesus Lozanos. Coach Burgett says that this is one of the best offensive lines he's had since 2010. Defensively, Hector Muniz and Ramsey Vasquez will lead the defense, combined for 3 interceptions last year, and help the Wildcats finish among the best in 31-6A. Okay, we're back here at practice, and look who's joining me now. The head coach, Mike Burgett, coach the first day of practice. The players have the cleats on. No shoulder pads, though. That's later on this week. But how does it feel to be out here?
Well, we've been out here all summer. With the new rule that UIL came up with, we can work with our kids 2 hours a week. We've been with them all summer. So, yes, it's the first day with helmets. And it's sort of exciting. I mean, I think I'm in my 28th year of coaching. And, I got up at 4:30 this morning, got here early, and, I guess sometimes as a coach you look back at, what you've done in your career and what you expect to do in your career. And, this year, nothing has changed. We want to play Wildcat football. Win or lose football games, we want to play Wildcat football. We want to hit, try to out-hit our opponents, and, represent WISD the best way we can.
Yeah, that's right, Coach. One of the things you mentioned is over the summer you guys had an opportunity to do a 2-week workout. Coming into this first practice, do you feel like you're ahead of the game now?
Definitely. Every year you get young kids. I know the freshmen ain't out here yet, but, sometimes the stances. I know my varsity coaches sometimes have to fix stances. We took care of that. The basic offense, our basic defense, the freshmen do know now. And, I think we're ahead of the game, but, we say that, and after practice today, I'll probably tell you we're behind. But, I really like how the kids come in shape this year.
And you know what, Coach? It gives a lot of players, the freshmen, but a player like Ramsey Vasquez an opportunity to work on some things in those 2 weeks. How important was that for him?
Well, we think we got 4 guys going to go both ways. To go both ways at the 6A level, you got to be in great shape. And, you know, Ramsey, he not only worked out here, you know, he worked out on his own. And, you know, Hector Munoz, he's going to be playing both ways. Randy Cordoza, he's going to be playing both ways. Russell Garza, he's going to be playing both ways. And Mario Trevino, you heard it here. He wants to play defensive end this year. I'm sort of excited as a coach. I guess he's going to make up for last year of missing most of the season, but he's sort of excited about playing defensive end. So, you know, we're going to play some kids both ways early and see how they do, see if they can help that side of the ball. You know, special teams, you know, we've always asked our kids to do a lot here at Weslaco East. You know, our numbers are barely 6A. Our depth is not always, you know, even though our successful year, we've always held our breath to make sure that, you know, we can make it through the season because our numbers ain't great here, but, man, we got some warriors.
This first practice, Coach, kind of sets the foundation for the rest of the season. And so what would you like to see your players do in this first practice, or what do you hope they get?
I just want them to give great effort. You know, these coaches have put in a long summer, and I mean a long summer. They've been up here through conditioning. They've been up here X's and O's. They've been up here, you know, getting everything ready for the kids. And I think all I want the players to do is come up here and give these guys the effort that they deserve. I think our kids will. We've never had a problem here at Weslaco East. I think our effort's going to be great. I look at it this morning, everybody's got a smile on their face, and I guess it's because everyone's undefeated right now.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck to you this season. All right, well, that was head coach Mike Burgett, who's out here for the first practice. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers he's put up here at Weslaco East. He's going into his 7th year as a head coach, has an overall record of 47-24 with the Wildcats here. He's a passionate coach, fierce, demanding, smart, makes great decisions. I think he's one of the best in the game, especially at making adjustments during the game. Overall, he's a great winner and helped turn Weslaco East into a Valley powerhouse since his arrival in 2006. That's how things are going on here at Weslaco East. Carlos, what's going on at Weslaco High School?
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Well, it's been quite a week, or last week, for the Weslaco Panthers. It started off with the ribbon cutting, and then they had their Little Panther football camp. In fact, for Coach Roy Stroman, some of his players this year used to be in that Little Panther football camp, and now they're going to try to help him win a district championship. Let's take a look at the 2018 season for Coach Roy Stroman and the Weslaco Panthers. They were 11-2, 5-1 in district play, and were regional semifinalists, playing in December at the Alamo Dome. Returners, well, they have 7 on offense, and they got some great players that'll be there on the offensive side of the ball, and they don't have any returners on defense. The Panthers will rely on some of those lettermen from a year ago to fill spots on the defense, and they also have a strong JV team. This is a JV team that only lost 1 game last year, so some of those JVers will have some time to play on the defensive side of the ball. All right, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Roy Stroman last week before summer workouts began. Here's that interview now. Okay, here we are with Coach Roy Stroman in front of the new field house. And Coach, you're entering your 11th season here at WISD as a coach, but this time you're the head coach. So how does it feel to be the man in charge? How does it feel?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm blessed. You know, I've been here and with these kids, they've known me. You know, when I first got here, they were in 2nd grade. So it's a great experience. I've formed bonds. You know, I know their parents, their families, coach some of their brothers, cousins, and family members. So
there it is, brother. It is right there. Good.
I know that this year I had an opportunity to work with the kids a little bit more, you know, with the football and as a football team because the rules changed with UIL. How was your participation? Do you have plenty of kids out here?
We did. It was very beneficial for us. You know, we've got a new defensive coordinator coming in, and offensive coordinator came in, and that's kind of helped us out with our kids and learning some of the system. We're still going to keep some things, but we've added some other plays and some other defenses with it. But it's been very beneficial. The kids have really shown up, and you can tell that they've really bonded, they've really gelled, and it's going to make us a better football team.
I know you talked about expectations are always high here at Weslaco. You coach under Tony Villarreal, you coach under Michael Salinas. Last year, you were able to go 3 deep into the playoffs with the 2018 Panthers. Is that the goal again for the 2019 Panthers?
Well, hopefully to advance even further. That's always, our goals here at Weslaco has always been to contend for a district championship. Make playoffs. Practice on Thanksgiving and then play in December. That's always been the goal here. Even when the great coaches with Tony V and Coach Salinas, nothing's changed. And whenever I'm gone, I'm pretty sure the guy that takes over me is going to have the same thing. We have great kids here, and the goals will never change here. But then again, you want that state championship. Just like anybody else. That's what we work for, and that's what these kids want, and we want that state title, and we're going to work as hard as we can to hopefully achieve that.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. The Panthers' schedule doesn't change much from the 2018 season. Same opponents, just different locations. Let's take a look at some of the key games for the Weslaco Panthers. We start off taking a look at the non-district schedule, and the season opener is at home versus McAllen Rowe, a 6A team right there. They will also play PSJA North. PSJA North is a bi-district champion from a year ago and a team that will contend for a district championship in 36A. They are led by 6'3" quarterback Isaiah Rangel, who passed for over 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns. And they have what is said to be the biggest offensive line in the Rio Grande Valley. So we will see on that game, as it will take place week 3 at home right here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. They will also take on a playoff team from a year ago in the Harlingen South Hawks. That game will be at Bogus Stadium. As far as the district play is concerned, you're looking at Weslaco East, Vela, and Edinburgh High School. They're the top teams in the district, with Vela predicted to win it all. They have their quarterback from a year ago who is back, AJ Sotelo, who passed for over 2,000 yards last year. Last year, the Panther defense was one of the best in the Rio Grande Valley. This is a team that had 28 sacks, 10 interceptions, and 9 fumble recoveries. But everybody on that defensive side of the ball, at least all the starters, have graduated. That is the big question mark for the Panthers going to the 2019 season. Gone are Marco Noriega, Cesc Sanchez, who is the defensive lineman most valuable player in 31-6A, and the Camarena brothers. Remember Axel and Raul, they were first team all-district. They also graduated. And Roy Trevino as well, first team all-district. He graduated. The big question mark coming into the season is how will this inexperienced defense play in 2019? There will definitely be plenty of opportunities for some players to make a name for himself. Some JV players will certainly be counted on. There's also some senior lettermen returning who didn't start but got significant playing time. They will also help the cause. All right, time to take a look at what's going on here at summer workouts. First day of practice, let's take a look.
Hit! Right there, good. On your fingertips. On your fingertips. Go.
Hey, we'll whip the backer. Here you go.
Keep your hips, come back. Right there.
Go. Open up. Open up. Open up. Stop right there. Good. Good. Good.
Protect it at all costs. Ball's always on the outside. It's understood.
Get there. Good. There you go. Good work today, boys. Let's go, brother. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, while the Panthers' defense is inexperienced coming into the 2019 season, the Weslaco Panther offense is loaded. Let's take a look at some of their key returners there. Jacob Cavazos, this is the quarterback who threw for over 1,200 yards, 21 touchdowns. That was passing. He also had 9 touchdowns rushing, and he rushed for almost 1,000 yards. He rushed for 940 yards. And back also for his 3rd year on the varsity, so plenty of experience at quarterback in Jacob Cavazos. Jaden Cavazos, who is the slot wide receiver, 337 yards, 6 TDs receiving. And don't forget about how dangerous he is on kickoff and punt returns. And also Peyton Canab and Jesse Hernandez, 2 running backs for the Weslaco Panthers, Canab and Hernandez. And they combined for 912 yards and 8 touchdowns. Okay, we're here now with Coach Roy Stroman, first-year head coach for the Weslaco Panthers, but he's been here for 10 years, working on his 11th year now. Coach, how are things looking so far? I know y'all just got started, been here maybe an hour and a half. How do they look?
I can tell you one thing. I can see the kids that were here all summer and the kids that were not. We've had a couple of kids throw up. We had a couple of kids that are in shape. So I'm just looking for just attitude and effort is what we're looking for, and making sure that we're hustling and going full speed and just trying to get these guys conditioned.
It's going to be it's just the first day of practice. You're not going to win a district championship on the first day of practice. What do you want the kids to gain out of this first workout?
Just the foundation. the base offense, the base defense, good stance, good alignment is pretty much technique, keys, and reads. That's all we're looking for is just the foundation right now. We don't want to get too crazy, too cute, just keep it simple.
The summer workouts, you mentioned that y'all did have plenty of summer workouts. Plus, they also added a little bit of football to that during your summer workouts. Did that help the players that were here all summer long?
Oh, we took advantage of it. We had a couple new coaches come in. Some of the guys that were here that were given roles as coordinators, and we added some of the new plays and new coverages and new fronts. So we took advantage of it. We get them 2 hours a week, and we did take advantage of it over the summer.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. Good luck on your first day.
Thank you, sir.
The Stroman era is underway at Weslaco High School. He had everyone fired up at his speech for the ribbon cutting last week for the new field house. And although he is the new head coach, most of us around here know him because he's been here at Weslaco, like I said during the interview, for 10 years. So he's starting his 11th year here. Over 20 years experience for Coach Stroman. He's been at other places such as Hebronville, Pearland, and also Corpus Christi, Toloso, Midway. Okay, that'll do it for the first day of practice here. Summer workouts have begun here at Bobby Lackey Stadium and over at Weslaco East High School. We'll have more coverage of the Panthers and the Wildcats later this week. After they put on the pads, we'll be going live on Friday and on Saturday. For everyone here at KWES, we'll see you next time.